What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time, I'll be analyzing the album cover of JUJU's album, What You Want. And when I look at this album cover, I noticed that, okay, first off, it's all in black. And okay, that's one thing, but then she's wearing all black too. And that's where it gets a little complicated, or a little messy, you know, because she's kind of fading a little bit into the background. You know, she's becoming too much a part of the background, when in fact she should be the foreground. She should be in the foreground, you know. This album cover is essentially about JUJU. So yeah, she should be in the foreground. I like the pose that she's doing. It is dynamic, but I think it might be a little too straight, you know. I would like to see a little bit more more angles in her poses. Well, more angles in her pose, because here's just a bit too straight down. Like, okay, really, when you're looking at a photo, you kind of want people to kind of look all over the photo, you know. And when you position your body in to make more angles, it sort of makes the person looking at the photo look, you know, at one place, then another place, and another place. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, you're giving the photo some dynamic and making the photo more interesting for the person who's looking at it. But I do like the pose. You know, it's not a terrible pose. You know, I like her hair as well. You know, her hair looks really, you know, luxurious. You know, it looks like she could be doing like hair commercials. Her face, however, it's photographing a bit old, you know. Her face is lacking vitality. I'm not quite sure how old she is, but she seems like she's actually young, but just, you know, perhaps she is not as photogenic as she could be, or as she should be. So yeah, her face for me is photographing a little old. As well, her facial expression isn't helping, because, you know, look at the way her mouth looks. You know, if she had had more of a smile, it would have given the photo more life and more vitality. As well, if her eyes had more of life in them, you know, more vitality in them, that would help the photo as well. That would help her face look better in the photo, you know. But I will say, you know, she does look elegant in this photo, you know, from what I can see, you know. And as well, you know, she's giving us some good neck, even though it's covered up. You know, a lot of things are covered, but from what I can see, it looks nice, minus the facial expression and the way that the face looks in the photo for me. And I like the way, you know, I like the typography of her name. And, you know, I kind of think that maybe the title could be maybe a little more present in the photo. But overall, nice typography. You know, back to the face for a second. Sorry. Back to the face for a second. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to tell us with this facial expression. I'm assuming it's like something along the lines of, what you want is me. Like, hey, don't you want me? That should be what she's trying to portray with her facial expression. You know, it's more of an alluring look. And perhaps that's what she's going for, but she's not getting it, you know. Not in my opinion. Let's move on to the next photo. And the next photo is a promotional photo for the album What You Want. And here again, she's fading into the background. I don't know why she's wearing all black. She's wearing all black and she's fading into the background. And that That looks weird to me. I like the hair, but again, the face. The face is looking old, and to me, I really don't think she is an older woman, really. You know, I just think it's either her face is not photogenic, or either maybe something was wrong with her makeup that particular day. I'm not quite sure. As well, her pose could be a bit more dynamic as well. It's a bit plain. And again, I'm not quite sure what she's trying to portray with this facial expression here exactly. And I think here it would have been good for maybe her makeup people to add some more makeup to her, like, you know, give her some lipstick, put on some maybe some blush, some eyeliner, you know, mascara, etc. You know, that probably would help her face look a bit more lively and look like it has vitality. But, you know, for me, the better photo of the two is the album cover for What You Want. And here, I think, you know, I like the pose much better, even though there's some issues with it. I think that close-ups of JUJU's face don't work as well in this particular photo shoot, at least. So I think a faraway shot of her face works better and works in her favor. So for those reasons, the album cover is the better photo. But what do you guys think? Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now.